Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Times Network, I welcome Mr. Andre Agassi, Chairman and Founder of the Andre Agassi Foundation for Education, Sri V. Vaidyanathan, MD and CEO of IDFC FIRST Bank, esteemed dignitaries and guests to the 7th edition of India Economic Conclave. Before I start, let me remind you that today marks the completion of 1 year of the great Indian lockdown. Last year, it was 24th night that it was announced, and today morning onwards, we went into a complete lockdown, and that stayed like that for about 4 months in various parts of the the various states of the country, and we've sort of slowly come back to life from, I think, around September or so. So there are decades which pass by where nothing major happens. And then there are a few months where decades happen. The last 1 year has been the most tumultuous for the human race in recent memory. And yet, the sense of hope here in India, as I speak to you, has never been stronger as it is today. Despite challenges that we have faced last year, India is quickly emerging to be a bright spot globally. The economy has, albeit with some bruises, managed to take the pandemic in its stride. In hindsight, the prudence with which the government unveiled stimulus in a measured manner without wrecking its finances turned out to be the right step at the right time. We at Times Network believe that this is the dawn of India's decade, that we are poised for stellar growth, and it was for this reason that we identified much earlier than anyone else that the resilience and strength of India will serve us well in this period of flux. And true to our faith, the numbers are telling us that a vibrant recovery seems to be in store. Economists see a lesser GDP contraction than earlier estimated. In fact, at 12.6% GDP growth for FY22, the OECD's economic outlook pegs India as the fastest growing economy in the world. The stock markets have been unfazed by the pandemic, with Nifty clocking over 70% return in this financial year, thanks to a deluge of money, both foreign and domestic. India was very clearly on the radar of top foreign funds this fiscal. We are proud to boast of a thick cushion of forex reserves to safeguard against external shocks. With $580 billion, India now has the 4th largest reserve, next only to China, Japan, and Switzerland. We have seen a sustained momentum in GST collections, holding well above the 1 lakh crore rupee mark month on month. Clearly now is the time to start shining. India's meteoric improvement on the ease of doing business, now at a respectable 63rd position, was one of the hallmarks of the last decade. It sent out a message that the country means business. It shows the intent to unclog bureaucratic bottlenecks and cut red tape. Between 2014 and 2019, India has moved by 79 positions upwards. India's manufacturing is for the first time attempting to unshackle itself, bravely looking outwards. The Atmanirbhar initiative has the potential to fire up growth, jobs, and FDI. Car makers, consumer electronics, pharma are some of the sectors that are leading the Make in India dream. The startup ecosystem is also booming, and chances are that we are not too far away from getting to the dream number of 100 unicorns from this country. Here too, our entrepreneurs have found opportunity in adversity, and sectors like healthcare and education technology are seeing investments like never before. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 7th edition of India Economic Conclave. In each of the past years, this conclave has set the agenda for policy making in India. Groundbreaking ideas have emerged from industry leaders and entrepreneurs, supported wholesomely by government's top officials. This year, with the brightest of minds gathered here, I believe that IEC will set India's economic agenda for the next decade. And I have no doubt that it will be a golden decade where we will surpass goals and reset expectations. The COVID crisis has caused tremendous disruption, no doubt, but it has also presented a unique opportunity for India to grab global market share, to become a leading light in the days and years ahead. And it is up to each one of us here to contribute to that glorious future. As the Prime Minister says, Atmanirbhar Bharat is not just policy. It is the national spirit of India. The onus is on each one of us here, the stakeholders and the agenda setters alike, to take it to the next level. With reform being undertaken at the highest level like never before, and demand and earnings clearly visible for all to see, India's transformation and metamorphosis into an economic champion is now imminent. I hope you will have a fruitful and useful 2 days and go back with better perspectives and ideas to face challenges with renewed vigor. Thank you all.